haven't lived, you haven't been on the ocean, and got goosed by a stingray. It's kind of like how it feels to driving at 150. What's up, everybody? Real story. We got goosed by a stingray, but yeah,
or stingrays.
Yeah, it could have been multiple. We don't know, but it was we had a good time. We just got back an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
So, but we had fun over in North Carolina. Stopped and saw Scott Bubba Baker, which he should be joining us here in a little bit. But we're gonna stop and say hi to Michael. He had to work. We're gonna stop and say hi to B. He had to work. So we went to Asheville and the actual No King's Day. You're talking about the 4th? We were on the beach watching fireworks. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Watching everybody on the beach light off fireworks, and I had a drink in my hand. Life was good.
This is the first 4th of July that we've gone out of town.
Yeah.
So, but it was nice.
You were staying in a beach house. What's up, Lance? That was 5 minutes from the beach.
Oh, not even 5 minutes.
Well, walking it was about 5 minutes. Driving it would be like 2.
Driving it would be like 1.
But going out on the back deck and then seeing the water and everybody else shooting off fireworks, it was a lot of fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And then we stopped in Asheville and got a hotel last night and went to New Belgium Brewery. And then we went to a distillery, but it was like it was a hole in the wall bar, and
it was an experience, that's for sure.
Not as much fun. It's a nice way to put it.
We had one drink and then got the fuck out. Yeah. Went back to the hotel after that, but
yeah, we did get goosed by a stingray or stingrays on Thursday in the ocean. It was a really, really weird feeling.
Yeah, they're brushed up against our legs, and they were just swimming around.
You got brushed. I got smacked.
He's probably like that with one of his wings or whatever you call them.
I got smacked. It wasn't just a. He was like, "Bow!" And that's all. I was like, "I'm out." Nope.
We saw a stingray come out of the water too, so that's how we know it was a stingray.
Yeah.
Probably looking for food or whatever.
But we also went to a turtle sanctuary. And the way that they have it set up is that they've got this, it's like a half a mile, but it's all wooden piers that go around the area. And they've got 3 different spots, 2 or 3 different spots, where they've got a gazebo set up, and then they've got a wooden walkway that goes down to the water. And there's signs everywhere that say, "Don't feed the turtles." These turtles are way too friendly to not be fed.
Yeah.
So it was all these different sizes of box turtles, and then we actually saw a really old, large snapper, and we were like,
"Yeah, we don't mess with the snapper.
We're just gonna slowly back away." It was cool. Had a lot of fun in North Carolina, and we didn't get hit by the tropical depression.
No, we did not. We left
even cooler
before it even hit or anything. So. My dad was freaking out because he was like, have you guys left yet?" He thought that we were still in North Carolina, but we didn't even hit any rain on the way back. We did have to go back through I-40 where it got washed out, so that was fun.
That was super fun.
Traffic was just super slow through there.
Yeah. There was a bunch of people on the road because people going out of town for the 4th.
Coming back home.
And then we had traffic with everybody coming back home. Interesting.
We saw a 35-year-old parrot.
Yeah, we went in
Zelda.
we went into a pawn shop in the Outer Banks, and we're just walking. All of a sudden, we were, "Bah!" What the hell? He's like, oh yeah, that's my pet parrot. Her name's Zelda. She was just eating, like, didn't give a shit. It was pretty great. It was a longer drive than it should have been because of the issues with 40. So it took us into Virginia and then back down to North Carolina. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. It was worth the drive.
Yeah.
And today, or when we left Saturday and then stopped in Asheville, like breaking up the trip definitely helped on the way back.
Yeah, we can't go straight through after a trip anymore unless it's a short trip.
Yeah, if it's like 4 hours or something like that, like it's fine. But anything longer than like 6, nope.
So we stopped in at Smoky Mountain Knife Works today, and I left a sample for my buddy that works there. So hopefully he can talk to his boss and get my folder in at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And I picked up a new knife. Granted, for some, they'd be like, "Oh, that's an Opinel." It is just an Opinel, but it's the Opinel number 8, which is the classic size of Opinel. It's not very expensive, but it's history. They've been making knives at Opinel for over 100 years. And as much as I don't really carry a slip joint, um, it's a piece of history that I've wanted for a while. So I thought that was cool. And then buddy that invited us out, he we did a trade, and so I actually got more than one. But this is the Minimal X by CRTT, and it's a pretty cool little knife.
Mm-hmm.
Very much a gentleman's carry. Exactly. Where'd all our peoples go?
I don't know. I was like, check Facebook and see, or Facebook, YouTube and see if there's any. I don't know if maybe there was like some comments that we were missing.
Yeah. Definitely, we're happy to be back home. Happy to sleep in our own bed tonight. But it was a fun trip. We found out that we have a hole or holes in our air mattress. So the other 2 nights after that, we slept on the couch, which wasn't bad, but it's not the same as sleep.
No. Yeah, probably gonna sleep hard. I'm gonna have to make sure to set multiple alarms for the morning. That way I can get up on time in time for work.
Yep.
I was thinking about that, and I was like, I'm probably gonna sleep super hard, which cool, but not good for making sure I get up on time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that my alarm's set. So I can fix it out.
Well, I mean, I figure like I'll get up and everything, and then depending on what time you tell me that you're gonna set your alarm for, if you're not up, I can come in there and wake you up. So, and I can always help you go get the dogs too. It's not like it's gonna take us that long.
Yeah, I was gonna probably get up around 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick them up right at 7:30.
I figure what I can do is I can just, depending on if it's busy or not, like how busy it is, I can just sneak out.
Of course, Link was like, is being super needy because we've been gone. So he's like, love me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really wild because where we were at, like I said, it's called the Outer Banks. Um, trying to pull up a map. I mean, where the I just put
Right.
it. I mean, it's probably not wrong, but
Let's see. You got to zoom in.
Full shot. President, share screen. Share screen. All right, so we're there. There's Asheville. That's where we stopped overnight. And so you go all the way over here. And we came in 64, cross the Alligator River, go through the Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge.
Which we did not see any
We did not
alligators.
see a single alligator.
Disappointing.
Which was stupid. Then you cross Croatoan Sound, and then you're on Roanoke Island, which it's not the same Roanoke. I thought it was. It's not. Roanoke was actually in Virginia. This was named after that, which is the reason why it's Croatoan. And then you go on another beach or another beach, another bridge, and that takes you to the Outer Banks. So this is considered the Outer Banks, and you come up through Nag's Head, Kill Double Hill, and Kitty Hawk, and like there's just a couple blocks separating you from the water. And we were up in this area.
Yeah, definitely.
So we were trying to think. Probably like in this area, I would assume. Because it wasn't that far to go to the beach.
No.
And you've got beach on the backside, so.
Hey, Brian.
What's up, Brian? Just showing off where we were at. We were on an island. Pretty cool. And we got lucky enough to where we missed the tropical depression that was
we left before it
coming
even,
through. So
we left before it even got close to hitting. So
yeah, I was showing off that my buddy, we did a trade, so I got a Minimal X from CRKT, and then we stopped at Smoky Mountain Knife Works earlier. I picked up Opinel. So. New knife.
let's show a picture of like where we were.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're like, what are those mean?
What are their crowns all about? That's new. That sounds delicious. Well, yeah, man. Of course we had fun. Got smacked by a stingray in the ocean on Thursday. Good time.
Stingray just brushed up against my leg, but still.
Good times.
A little like unnerving.
Yeah, for sure. So for the third, we had corn, tomato, cucumber salad, swordfish, tuna, and tilefish, all cooked different ways. And then on the fourth, they did a crab boil. And so we had corn, potatoes, sausages, spicy mild, and blue crab and Dungeness legs. and I got to learn how to properly crack open a whole crack. I had no idea how to do it because I've never done it. So I sat down next to Jenna's dad, and I was like, "Can you teach me, please?" It was delicious.
Yeah, it was really good.
And the day of the 4th, Jenna's mom made like this awesome breakfast / brunch O'Doom. It was really good. I liked it a lot. Maybe. We'll see. Special weather statement for North Carolina. We're not even there.
Your weather app.
Like, where are you? I don't know. Where am I?
Brian said sounds like a great weekend. It was good. Just long and tiring.
Just a lot of driving.
Yeah. Hope you all had fun on the 4th as well.
Hope everybody's got the digits.
Yeah, I hope everybody kept all their fingers and toes. So, and other pieces parts.
I had a Roman candle partially burned my hand a little bit, but that was
Yeah, I had a sparkler that I lit, and some of the sparks hit my hand.
mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, elote, anything that's delicious.
mm-hmm.
Would love to make some elote, like pasta salad like you did, but I would have to do like non-dairy Parmesan, and it's not the same. You want to do like cojita, like elote, and
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Yeah, I was gonna say what happened.
I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the stove just finally broke. I remember he was having issues out of the stove when we were there.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not good at all. God. I feel like she just doesn't need to drive.
At least not for a little bit. Take a break from driving, and then come back to it.
You're done for one. You gotta get up, dude. Well, I gotta get up.
He said, "I'll come with you." I have olive oil fell out of the cabinet. Ugh. I've always been worried about that because we also have a glass stove top too. A, I don't like it because they're a bitch to keep clean. B, I'm always worried like something is gonna like fall on top of it and break it. He said a bottle of olive oil fell out of the cabinet onto the stove and broke the stove top. What happened?
No, I'm saying,
Oh. Luckily, you can just replace the top. Okay, well that's good.
Oh, that would suck though.
That's why I told him. I said, I don't. We have a glass stove top too, and A, it's a bitch to keep clean. But B, I'm always worried like something's gonna fall on it or whatever and break it. But he said you can just replace the top. So that's good. Like $300 for a new top. Yeah, that's the thing where you decide like, do I want to spend the money and get a new top, or do I just want to say fuck it and get a new stove? I guess it depends on like the type of stove that you want, but that's true.
Yeah, I like the convenience of having glass top. Um, but given the option, um, I would just get a cheap uh, regular stove like that works.
Yeah. He said new stove like this is like $1,000. So yeah.
What's up, Cheeto?
Hey Cheeto.
There you go. Now, like if I had stupid amounts of money and I could do anything that I wanted, like yeah, so
Yeah.
absolutely. But a regular old stove works the same as a glass top stove, and they're a little bit easier to keep clean, and you don't have to worry about the top.
Yeah, exactly.
You just take out the elements and clean everything really well, and then put them back. Like done. All right, there you go. And make an electric Blackstone for the house.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the new to me minimal X just makes me want to get the bigger version, but I don't want to spend the money.
How much is the bigger version?
$250. So if I'm going to spend the money to get a big minimal X, I'm just going to spend the money to get a squid view. I mean, it's a cool knife. Like I like the knife shape, and it is practical, but in my humble opinion, it's not worth it. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I think I would have felt the same way. Like, don't do anything else today. See all really.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
I still think that's cool too. Yeah.
Mbombo.
Yeah, and Bombo is the big version. M390.
Mm.
Oh, it's deep. But regardless. 3 inches. So it's bigger, but it's called Bombo. Bumble.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got a dermatology appointment on Thursday, and we'll probably have to mow. Well, it's supposed to be raining, so I don't even know if I'm going to get to mow this next weekend. We mowed on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. We mowed because we knew we would leave on Wednesday. So our yard's not terrible right now, but of course everybody around us is mowed, so it makes it look worse. And we gotta get gas. Yeah, so tomorrow rain, Tuesday rain, Wednesday rain, Thursday rain, Friday rain, Saturday rain, Sunday rain. Yeah, it's gonna be raining indefinitely. So I'm not gonna get to mow next like 14 days. It's gonna be raining. Oh, dude, I hate it. I hate it. It's like I see everybody mowing, and I'm like, stop it. But it's all good. We found out that Alina is going to have to be in the office 2 days a week come September. January, it'll go to 3. And then the following September or June will be 5. So we're going to be trying to find a house that's a little bit closer. Yeah, I didn't hardly get anything while I was on vacation. I got myself a North Carolina shot glass, and I got a little cheapo knife from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So I got.
Yeah, we didn't really spend a whole lot of money, which is good.
Well, I mean, we did, but food and gas.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't spend a lot of money like on extra stuff.
I mean, all in all, compared to like other trips we've taken.
I got like little bumps on me, like I guess they're bug bites.
It's like not.
Got this little bump right here, and then I got this one here.
It's from the sand place.
I know. I was like, "Is this fucking sand fleas?" Because I'm pretty sure that sand fleas can like bite or whatever. Like you were showing them to me, and I was like, "What do they do?" And you're like, "They don't do anything. They just look like fleas." But I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they do something. They're pretty big too.
Yeah. Small red itchy bumps on the skin.
They're usually found on the feet, ankles, and lower legs.
They burrow into the skin
Oh,
of the
God.
leg. Oh, God. Wash the area with soap and water. Applying over the counter any itch cream or hydrocortisone. Avoid scratching the bite. The bite becomes swollen, painful, or infected. Seek medical attention. bunch of sand fleas come out of your ankle.
Oh. So, although extremely rare in the U.S., sand fleas do pose harm to humans.
That didn't sound good.
Sure did not. I don't think I have any bit me because I'm pretty sure you would feel a bite from a sand flea.
I mean, I would assume so. I think if I remember correctly, there's a culture that eats them.
Those are their small crustaceans, so I'm sure that there's some country out there that eats them.
Mole crabs. Just shrimp or soft shell crab.
But you have to think that they're killing me.
Maybe it's chiggers. There's no chiggers on the beach.
Sand chiggers? That sounds very racist.
Yes, it does. They are often fried, boiled, or added to soups. Easy to find. Use fishing bait.
The sand flea can sometimes be used for surgical small biting fleas and the larger mole crab. The mole crab is the edible species.
I mean, it could have been the small one that you got a couple bites from, or it could have been mosquitoes.
Yeah. I only have like 2 and then 1 on my ankle, and that's it. Like, little bump.
Yeah, we were trying to find shark teeth, and so my buddy had this little like scoop that you could scoop up the sand and whatever with, and then we had a makeshift like sifter. And there was one time where I saw when the water comes in, you can see these mole crabs. I've always known them as sand fleas. Like come up and then like dig back in. And I scooped and I sifted it out, and I was like, "That's what I was talking about." And Lee goes, "What the hell?" Definitely want to get some more swordfish. That swordfish was delicious.
Yeah, that was good.
Crab was good too.
I mean, I already knew I liked crab.
Well, yeah, I've had crab legs before. Not a big deal, but really got to want it though. Like there's some work when you have to break down a crab.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of meat.
Not a lot of. That's a lot of work for not a lot of reward.
It was good. Got a bunch of shells too that were really cool. Like a lot of them are super tumbled and
Like really
just
smooth.
beaten down from the sand and the water and super shiny and so.
I got some more.
I'm sure we're gonna find sand in the washer. You'd say so. I had sand in my side pocket for my shorts. That's the idea. That's also why we're looking for shark teeth. Yep. There was a bunch of cool stuff. Smoky Mountain Knife Work, shocker. We walked around. We got some new Dano seasoning that we've never had the option to try out before. So the Chipotle lime, we'll put that on some stuff and see how it is. But we haven't really been disappointed by any of Dano's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some Dano's mixes we like better than others, but
I can get in trouble at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, that downstairs area where they have all of like the kitchen and stuff. That's where I'm like, ooh, let me look at all this stuff.
yep. I didn't realize this, but Opinel has like a bunch of chef knives and like camping tools for like cooking and stuff like that. And I was like, oh man, that's really cool. But I had no idea. I've always known Opinel for their slip joints. Thursday, we stopped at a place in North Carolina, um, just as like a snack before we went back to the house. We ended up getting some hush puppies and coconut shrimp. They were decent. They're all right. It was food.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Was expecting like a little fresher.
It tasted like it was straight up GFN. Yeah, we only have 9 Sundays until the NFL season starts. That makes my dick tingle. Wait, what?
You gotta get on it then to figure out
I know.
December.
Yeah, I texted her the day after her birthday. I didn't get a notification for Facebook. I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, it's fine. I'll be the same as you. Call. So one thing I found out, because my hope was that like a bunch of minerals being in the ocean, bunch of salt and sand, that it would help my heels and my legs.
Hey, P&W.
It did not. My legs were so angry after we got out of the ocean. They were just bright red, and I'm like, that's not good. And I've been having issues with my heels ever since. So awesome. What's up, E&W? Your package still hasn't showed up, by the way. The tracking shows that it's in the ether.
Yep.
Who's that? Got a new knife from you. It's cheap, but I like it. Dude, I told you to do UPS or FedEx. I told you. So with Shippo, we've already been paid out one of our insurance claims. And the knife and the other bottle openers, apparently they need more info for. So we're gonna deal with that either tonight or tomorrow. And then I gotta call our postmaster on the next 3 packages and see if he can find them. And if he can't, then I'll be making 3 more claims. But it was wild because we put in the insurance claims on Friday, and they paid us out Wednesday. And I was like, "Whoa, all right, cool." So we have more bottle openers being made. I don't know. Hopefully, it didn't blow himself up before.
You still have all your fingers and toes, B&W.
But you know he has all. He's gonna protect them at all costs. Wu Tang says protect your neck. TW says protect your toes.
That's true.
We'll say it was really cool seeing all the fireworks being so close to the beach. We couldn't do more. We couldn't have been more American than how we celebrated. And we got goosed by a stingray in the ocean. Hey, money.
There you go. And at least you have all your fingers and toes. So there you go. There's that.
I wasn't worried about it. You could do a Wu Tang logo, but it says P&W, protect your toes.
Yeah, P. Yeah, we can make it the
PNW,
W. Yeah, and then
protect your toes. Not your toes. Protect your toes.
well, the name is on Protect Your Neck. YA.
Oh yeah, it'd be YA, not YO. But either.
Protect Your Toes.
TOSE. Well, hey. What are you doing, little one? Yeah, it's me. I'm not some rando that you have to hide from. Well, hey. But, no.
She's like, you guys smell
Yeah, of course.
I don't like it.
While we were in Pigeon Forge / Sevierville, we went to check out this place that was called the Cat House. And of course, they have anything and everything you could think of to do with cats. But the reason why we went is because they're like, yeah, we got a bunch of cats that work here. You can come pet them. We were like, sold. We're on our way. So we went over to the cat house, and they only had one cat that you could pet.
Yeah, I didn't
He
see
was
any other
a
cats.
11-year-old black and white
Yeah, like tabby.
chunky tabby. His name was Mo. So we got to pet a cat. That was cool. But the way they made it sound online is there was multiple kitties.
Yeah.
And there was not multiple kitties. They're kind of disappointing, but
There's pictures on their Facebook of like other cats in the shop too.
there was no other cat. No. It was just Mo. And he was sleepy.
Nice.
Oh. Do it.
He said if he doesn't get dragged all over Washington, which
Even
I'm sure
if you get dragged over Washington, do it. It'd be awesome. We would love to have you, man.
And also, I'm sure you will get dragged all over Washington.
Probably.
Because if we ever come up to Washington, there's like a bunch of stuff that I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'd be like, we're in Washington. When in Rome, right?
Well, for sure, we would have to go check out the pier.
Pike Place.
Pike Place Market. Where am I, George Washington? Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Seafood.
That's what I was originally going to have at that place that we went to. I was going to do oyster po' boy, but it was so expensive.
Yeah, I know. And they were like, we're just doing appetizers. I was like,
all right. Which, I mean, granted, the shrimp and hush puppies, that was a lot of food. Also, befriended a couple crows while we were eating said shrimp and hush puppies.
Yep.
A couple hush puppies. I'm like, thank you.
we saw all kinds of wildlife.
A lot of wildlife.
At some points, it was too much wildlife.
We went to this turtle refuge, and we got to see a bunch of box turtles, and we got to see a really old, big snapper. And he was terrifying.
At least he didn't get out of the water. He just kind of came up to the surface and then went back down. Mm-hmm.
That tail.
Yeah, the tail was like so long.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this is where Beth. Oh, Jesus.
America.
He's like, today was a good day.
But the titty, did it have boob money?
Probably. How did you see a penis? Like, does he have his money like tucked in his balls?
I love how we have different questions.
Yeah. Well, like the titty, okay, I can understand because like if someone had their money up underneath their titty or whatever, it could have accidentally slipped out. But how the fuck do you like see a penis? You have to actively like pull down pants or like open up your fly, something like you have to actively show that off. So
Are you still telling me notifications that we're in North Carolina? We're not in North Carolina. Like, there's crazy things going on in Durham, and I'm like, and that doesn't affect me. So why do I care?
How are things in Durham right now, Scott?
What's up, Scott? Hey, thanks again for having us over, man.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. We got rain. Thanks, Ollie. This guy.
Yeah, my dad was like texting me, making sure that we weren't like caught in any of the tropical depression that came through.
How I feel. Apple and chase the frog.
Did she catch it?
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Getting arrested next door. Oh Lord, $5. Listen, P&W, look at it this way: you never have a dull moment at your job.
I mean, also, you got to see some fun things that probably didn't want to see, but
No.
at least you got to experience that.
Filling a gas can with $2 of gas. That sounds about right. Yep. I guess she bent over. It just popped out. So both those things happened on the same day, and I know that after his shift, he was like, "Today was a good day."
Yeah, we got to Asheville about 7:30 last night, and we went and checked out New Belgium Brewing, and then went and checked out another thing in North Carolina in Asheville, and then went back to the hotel. We got up this morning and left around 9:30 ish.
Yeah.
And because of the traffic and everything, we got to Smoky Mountain Knife Works around noon, and then did what we had to do there. Went to go check out the cat house, and then we were finally like on our way back home around 1:30 ish. So it was a long day, but it was fun. Hey,
Yeah, he said, and I got to eat chili dogs after work, so even better.
he was having the best day.
He was like, "America, fuck yeah." He was singing that while eating his chili dog.
Yep. To see a teddy and I'm eating chili dogs, hey, America.
Got to see a bean and I'm eating on a ween, America.
It was fun. Wish my legs wouldn't have freaked out about it, but
I was gonna say you might mention that to your dermatologist when you go.
I'm going. I'm going.
Like, hey, so
Don't no, whatever's going on with my feet and legs. Didn't like the ocean.
yeah. But that way too, like she knows.
Well, you got to figure out what's going on with my legs. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Come off of it. Appointment. Are you guys gonna fight the insurance, or are we gonna have to try something else, or what the fuck? Yeah, Friday, um, we went down to the beach after we were done shooting off fireworks, and we walked to the beach at night because we noticed that there was a bunch of sand crab holes. So went to the beach and we were shining a light. There's just crabs everywhere. It was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, they were everywhere. It was also a little creepy to like look and just see crabs surrounding you, but they were like small little. Some of them were pretty decent size, like that big, but mm,
That was my second time. On a beach on the East Coast. It was fun. Real interesting to get to the island. But once we were there, it was fun.
yeah, just because we had to cross it over
Bunch of bridges.
all those bridges. Yeah, this is also my well. I guess I can just say once because I've been to Miami multiple times and went to that beach over there. But my second beach
Sounds
going
like
to the
fun.
East Coast.
Yeah, we both got goosed by a stingray in the ocean.
Yep.
And my buddy was fishing while we were down there, and he caught a flounder, and then released it. It was a lot of fun. A lot of wildlife. Hopefully, with Greg having that sample of the Apex arc, hopefully, Smoky Mountain Knife Works will pick up the phone.
Hopefully.
But dude, I'm on my way. I will personally deliver. How many you want? I know not of what you talk about, sir. I have one.
Yeah.
So any of the Razzles from CRKT was designed by John Graham. John Graham taught Kirk Mayberry of KM Designs how to make knives. Kirk taught me how to make knives. In fact, I have one of the CRKT fixed blades right here. So that what I say that knife, his Razzle design. Reason why he did it was because he was a diesel mechanic, and he wanted a knife that he could work, like do his job of being a diesel mechanic with, and not have any damages happen to the blade. There's videos out on Facebook. I think it's in his group, John Graham Knives, where they took a lot of the fixed blades that he did, and they stick them through metal doors because people were saying like they weren't sharp or they couldn't hold up or something. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. So I saw the Knacks today at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Yep, that was my knife making grandpa. Yeah, so this is the Knacks, the camping version of the Razzle. Razzle Combat Fixed. I don't have this guy yet, but I want to get it. I got this guy, This is the knife you were talking about. I also have this guy. I don't have the GT. Thought they had a picture of Grant, but I've also got a Rhino GT. Yeah. Which was his production blade that I got from her. So really good dude. Passed away a couple years ago from cancer. Oh. This was his bottle opener slash package opener design and product. I do not remember what this is called. The WAP, maybe. I think it's the WAP because he did it when to make fun of the song. But it's like something pride. I don't remember what it's. Yep, that's my lineage. John was a good dude.
Yeah.
In fact, I know I've told this story before, but the first time I actually met him at Blade, I think it was our second time at Blade show, and Kirk was like, "Hey, come here. I'm going to introduce you to John." I was like, "Okay, cool." I'd already been drinking all that. I walked over and he's like, "Hey, this is John. John, this is the guy that I've been teaching how to make knives. I told you about. His name's Chris." John's like, "Oh, that's cool. Nice to meet you." And I walked up and I go, "Hey, you're my knife making grandpa." Sweet. He started laughing. He looked at me. He goes, "Shut the fuck up." Ever since then, I had a really good interaction with John anytime I saw him. There were several shows that I saw him. He was just really good dude, full life. He'd give you the shirt off of his back if you needed it. And he was taken way too soon. Yeah, the folding razzle, Alina actually got it for me for Valentine's Day.
I think so.
Like 4 or 5 years ago. Because we were living here, weren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I like his designs. They were, instead of just design something willy nilly for aesthetics, like it was actually designed to be used. So enjoy it, my friend. Use it. He would have won. It's a good night, and he has his own proprietary like clip on it too. So, which is cool. Interesting. Probably didn't work with it. Go ahead. Put it in order. Well, I'm glad that everybody had a decent Fourth.
Yeah, and then everybody still has all their fingers.
Yeah, yep. John, before he died, he had like 6 designs ready to roll with CRKT. That was an older design that he did a while ago. I'm surprised that they didn't show the mini one that I have. Well, that's good, Paul. Pasta noodle filled with meat wrapped in bacon. Oh. So right after John passed away, MechForce did Rhino. So this is the GMT Rhino. This is the production knife that I have. It looks like this guy. I've showed it off before. But then you've got the Razzle MechForce. Trying to see if I can find that little one that I've got. Of course, they're not going to show it. So, essentially, this guy is his little model. Mine is all silver. I don't remember what the model was. Ryan Mid-Tech. Of course, it's not showing it, but yeah. Yeah, he had some great knives. I didn't know he did like the kukri style blade. That's pretty damn cool. Kukri. Razzle Clip is what it was called, the mini flipper. like, I couldn't for the life of me remember what it was called. Yeah, you can go down a you can easily go down a rabbit hole with his knives. You got anything else?
Nope.
I don't either. We just wanted to jump on and say, hey, we're still alive. We made it home. We got some unpacking to do and showers to take and all that fun shit and eat dinner. So we hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Sorry we couldn't go live on Friday. But we will be live back on Friday. So hope everybody has a wonderful week. Thanks for all the support and hanging out with us. And hopefully by Friday we'll have an answer on the other two insurance claims. Stay sharp. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And if you do, don't get caught. Have a wonderful week, guys.
Bye.